Okay, in this video we're going to discuss the very first time you use RxWriter to create your very own account. You're going to select new user. This is something you may be doing yourself or you could be walking through a physician, but you're going to select new user. You're going to pick a username. I'm going to say John. I'm going to pick an email address. Mine. And I'm just saving myself. I'd cut and paste those so to save some time. And then it's very important you remember your password. We cannot reset this for you. And then we have some legal stuff down here. I've read and I agree to the end user license agreement. If you hit the blue button, it'll take you to the agreement so you can read it. And the same thing with the disclaimer. But that's the legalese, but you have to check the two boxes to create an account. Then we're going to say next. Username already exists. Okay, so we're going to say John 1. Oh, because I've already used that my name and my email. And then that was page 1 of 6. Here's where we'd fill out some more information. Not all of this information, it's not read, so it's not required. So we're going to skip over some of it. But this is where you would put in the physician would put in all their prescriber information, what their specialty is, and this is where they could enter their signature. And if they don't like it, there's a clear button down here in the bottom where they could do it again. And I'm just going to do my first name for now, and then I'm going to press save in that upper right hand corner, and it takes me on to finish at page 3 of 6. This would be my practice information. So the name of my practice, Pain Doc, my address, city, state, and zip. This is the same information here that will be populated on the actual prescription. So this is something they're gonna essentially be their letterhead for on their prescription pads. And then we're going to ask, okay, how do you want to submit your faxes? Do you want to send them via fax, send via email, because they may want to copy themselves? They're going to need to be behind a secure firewall to do that if they want to send a copy to themselves, or they want to send via a local printer. These can all be changed later. And I'm just going to say that I want to send via local printer. Why am I having such a problem doing this? Send via email. I put in an email address, so it's got that. Send via fax. Oh, I didn't put the email and fax information here. See, even I make mistakes. 6428884, and then email. I want to email copies to myself. Actually, I've still got that in there. John@NovusRx.com. Now when I hit next, it automatically turn those blue for me, and I could turn them back on or off. That's why. And then I'm going to hit next to get to screen 5 out of 6. This is where the physician would put in their DEA number, their ME number, and their NPI number, and they can choose to show these on a prescription or not. And we're going to move on and add those later. And this is a discount pharmacy program for people who are underinsured. For your purposes, we're going to turn that off, and then we're going to say finish. Now it's out creating an account on the NovusRx server and dropping me into a patient list which has no patients. We're going to try to provide you a list of patients to import so you won't have to input them all from scratch. But putting a patient into the system is very, very simple. The only thing that we absolutely require, first name, essentially the things that are required in most states to technically create a prescription. So that's first name, last name, date of birth, and gender. And then the rest of the demographic information could be added into here. and save that information. And now we have a patient, John Doe. If you go back to the patient list, there he is. But it dropped us into what we call the med list. And from the med list, we could create a prescription. We're going to create an OPC formulation. Oops, we haven't unlocked the OPC functionality for this particular individual because it's a different account. So let's go do that. Under Preferences, Pharmacy Programs, Specialty Pharmacies, OPC by Franklin Pharmacy, type in our magic code, REPRX1, press Submit. We get our success message, press the back button, go to the patient list, select that patient by just touching them, go to the med list, say RX new in the upper right hand corner, RX plus, start to type OPC, and there's all our OPC formulations. We like number 8. We automatically pre-populate an associated SIG, which is the standard ones that you've recommended, but these can always be overwritten. So I could type in my own SIG here and press add, and that new SIG will be in the system forever, and I won't ever have to type it again. We're going to dispense 60 grams. And the reason is for acute pain. And this is now going to become a custom SIG that I'm going to add into the system, and I can print that or not print that on the prescription. We default and pre-populate it to OPC Pharmacy because it's an OPC formulation. We preview it. That's what it's going to look like when it shows up at OPC, and that's how we generate a first-time user experience and get our information system and create an account in RxWriter. Thank you very much. We have more tutorials on our website, www.novusrx.com.